Dear brothers and sisters, happy Sabbath. This week has been a special week for New Jersey, for our country, and for the whole world. Many news just in only 1 week. The stock market, the whole financial world has suffered one of the biggest crash of the last decades. The governor Murphy declared New Jersey a state of emergency due to the coronavirus. Just in New Jersey, in a few days, there are 50 cases of the coronavirus. The World Health Organization declared the coronavirus a pandemic. Just yesterday, the President of the United States, Donald Trump, declared a national state of emergency over the coronavirus outbreak. Yesterday, many shelves in supermarkets were empty. Many sport events have been canceled or postponed. What is the reason? A virus that you cannot see it. You don't see it, but it's highly contaminated. The coronavirus disease 2019. The whole world is suffering. The whole world is in a panic, is under stress. Brothers and sisters, this situation remember us what the Bible says in Luke chapter 21. When they say at the end of the time there will be pestilences, fear on the earth, distress of nations with perplexity, men's heart failing them from fear and the expectation of those things which are coming on the earth. Today is coronavirus. Tomorrow will be other things. But people are watching, feeling, and crying for the signs of the time. But we must look beyond the signs, because beyond of these signs and the bad news, there is a message of hope and salvation. Jesus, in Luke chapter 21, verse 28, says, "Now when all these things begin to happen, look up, lift up your heads, and because your redemption, your salvation is near." Brothers and sisters, the signs of the end of this world will be more difficult and dramatic as we get closer to the end of the time. The world will get worse, and the darkness will cover the earth. But remember, it is because the redemption, the salvation is near. Jesus left this message of hope when he said in John chapter 14, verse 1 to 3, he said, "Let not your heart be troubled. You believe in God, believe also in me. In my Father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have not told you. I go to prepare a place for you. And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and receive you to myself. Then where I am, there you may be also." What a beautiful promise of hope. Jesus comes to destroy the virus of the sin. He's coming to bring the final salvation. But while Jesus appeared in the clouds of heaven, we must, brothers and sisters, grow in communion with God. We must mingle with people to share the good news of hope and salvation. We must grow as missionaries of Jesus. We are living in a special time of the history of this world. God is giving us a time for sharing hope because Jesus is coming soon. The Bible says in Revelation chapter 18, verse 8, that the last plagues will fall on the earth, bringing death, sorrow, and famine just in one day. The time that we have is for sharing the hope that Jesus is coming. This is the reason of this church. We have a mission. God is calling us to be missionaries for sharing the good news of hope and salvation. No matter if the building or your temple is closed, we have been called by God to be missionaries in our families, in the place of work, in our neighborhood, in our communities, and with our friends. Don't spread the coronavirus. Spread the hope in Jesus. How we can do it? Let's go to Mark chapter 5, verse 18 and 19. And said, and when he go into the boat, he who had been demon-possessed begged him that he might be with him. It is so comfortable to stay with Jesus. The guy asked Jesus to stay in the boat with Jesus, in the church with Jesus. However, Jesus did not permit him, but said to him, why? Because the mission is not be sit down with Jesus, sit down in the church. The mission is outside. And Jesus told the guy, go home to your friends, your family, your own people, and tell them what great things the Lord has done for you and how he has had compassion on you. People are open to listen good news. Tell them what great good things the Lord has done in your life. Show the same compassion that the Lord has had on you. We are asking our members to be missionaries, praying for 5 people, just for 5 people, among your family, friends, and your own people. Just pray. If you don't know how to pray, ask the Lord to teach you. We need to learn from our little children. My granddaughter, who is 2 years old, one day surprised her mom, who is pregnant, and praying for her baby sister that is still in the womb of her mother. If our little children can pray for the cat, for the dog, no, I think that we can pray for 5 people of our own people. In heaven, everybody is going to have a crown. In Spanish, it's a corona, but without virus. From the book of the last day events, in page 282, Ellen G. White says, there will be no one saved in heaven without a starless crown. If you enter, there will be some soul in the court of glory that has found an entrance there through your instrumentality. Let's start praying for our crown, no, our corona, but without virus, but with stars. A crown with stars representing the soul that we have brought to Jesus. We made a special pin. It is a crown with a star to give to church members who bring a soul to Jesus this year. Share the good news of hope because Jesus is coming. Pray for 5 people and let the result to God. God bless all of you. The New Jersey Conference. God bless your families, your communities, your friends. God bless New Jersey, our country, and the rest of the world during this difficult situation. Let's share the hope that we have in Jesus. I would like to invite you to pray. Wherever you are now, pray for yourself, for your family, for your friends, for our community, for people that are facing the coronavirus. Pray that the Lord can use you as a missionary for sharing the good news of hope that Jesus is coming soon. God bless you.